It's me. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Rolf. Hi, Azure. I love you both so much. How's it going? I hope you both are doing well. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you all are doing well. Yee, 'tis me. I'm excited to be playing more Hakuoki today. Yeah, I woke up on time today, but I don't know. The struggle is real when I first get up. You like how what? I'm very curious. Every time you turn on the camera, you get stung by it or something. Yeah, I turn on the camera and I'm like, oh god, it's me. It's me. That's what I look like today. Oh boy. Here we go. That's why. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I'm gonna go see Sonic 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm so excited for it. I love Sonic. I'm so excited to see the sequel. I think I accidentally saw that someone posted like that in the post credits Shadow was gonna be featured, and I am stoked. I am so stoked. The best. You look lovely as usual. Oh, thank you, Azure. Thank you. Yeah, I'm planning to go see it with mi madre. And we're also planning to do some shopping as well, because it's been a while since we did any shopping. I'll probably check the nerd stores as well. See if there's anything I want. If I manage to see a Lucario, I'm gonna get it. Because Lucario is the best boy. But yeah, besides that, I've just been watching, this, what is it? Like that analysis video on Kingdom Hearts. So, that's like 5 hours long. I've been watching that, and it's so good. I think I'm about halfway through it. And it's so well done. It's very clear that the big problem with Kingdom Hearts 3 is feature creep. I don't know if you've heard that term, Azure, feature creep. Cause that's literally what Kingdom Hearts 3 is suffering from. Is very much feature creep. It's like some of that could have been cut down. And some of that should have been cut down. Because, basically, so in terms of product management, like when you're talking about working on a project, there's two of the biggest issues that come with like completing a project is scope creep and feature creep. So scope creep when you're working on a project is kind of like what happened with the Half-Life episodes. You know, Half-Life 2 episode 1, Half-Life 2 episode 2, like that was scope creep in the sense that basically they kept being like, because originally those episodes were just supposed to like tie fans over until the next installment. But the problem was they just kept on adding more and more and more to the game, making the game longer and longer and longer. That it became like almost like its own Half-Life 3 instead of just something that's supposed to tie fans over. And so that's scope creep, where you just keep making the scope of the project larger and larger and larger. Feature creep is less about the length of a game and more about how much you put into the game. So it's like, oh, instead of just having, like, we're just battling monsters, we're cooking, we're gathering materials, we're doing these mini games, you gotta do this and that, like, that's feature creep. Is when you keep adding more and more, like, mini games and things that players can do, and you forget to, enhance the stuff that's already there. And that's basically the main problem with Kingdom Hearts 3, and as Rolf pointed out, the main problem with a lot of games nowadays is that so many games are trying to get people to play it by saying like, oh, in this game we not only let you do this, but we let you do this and that and this and that, but because they have so many different things in it, they don't spend enough time like actually implementing those features, actually working on those features. And that's what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3 is there's so, like, I think the guy said that there's about 43 different, like, gameplay features in Kingdom Hearts 3. Different gameplay styles and features. 43. And a lot of those features are only there for, like, 2 seconds before it's gone again. Like, it's only served a role for that one part. And it's like, that means that for that feature, even if it's only a couple seconds in there, somebody had to program all of that. Someone had to implement that feature and program all the like specifics that go along with that feature just for that one short moment. And so you never, like, all the stuff that's there never really gets polished because you just have so many features, none of it gets polished. Because in, like, Kingdom Hearts 3, you have the regular, like, fighting heartless gameplay. Then you have the gummy ship sections. Then you have the gummy ship bosses. Then you have the gummy ship, like, searching for things. Then you have the mech battles, the cover shooter aspects, the chuck apples and stuff mini games. You have the cooking mini games. You have the sledding down a slope mini games. You have the run up a mountain mini game. You have all this other stuff, and it's like, nope. You start this video as soon as I have to start cooking. I love you, Doodle. No worries. You can join in whenever you can, Doodle. That's no worries. I love you the most. Yeah, it is wild. Like, there's so many different, and the guy that I was watching the video for Kingdom Hearts 3, like, really, like, showcase it very nicely, like, just how much, like, the main problem of Kingdom Hearts 3 is the fact that there's all these different gameplay styles, all these different features that make it so that nothing is really, like, focused on or, like, implemented well. because they added so many different things that none of it works well together, and all of it is not really polished, and it's not good. It's just not good at all. And it's kind of sad because you could tell that he's like a big fan of Kingdom Hearts as well. He says Kingdom Hearts 2 is his favorite game, that he's played through that game multiple times and everything. And it's kind of sad to see that, like, someone who's such a big fan of the series to be, you know, so disappointed. Same with a lot of other fans who were very disappointed with KH3, understandably. But I'm just glad I'm not like as fully in the fandom anymore as I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I was super into Kingdom Hearts, but now I'm kind of like off of it. Like maybe one day I'll come back to it, but for right now I'm still kind of just like, Kingdom Hearts is okay. I still believe that Sora and Riku is the ultimate ship. I know Lulu agrees with me on that. Sora and Riku, 5 ever. And honestly, as I'm watching the stuff for KH3, like the cutscenes and stuff that he's posting, honestly, I think Kairi and Lee, or Axel, however you want to call him, I think they have a lot more chemistry than Kairi and Sora. Like, is it just me? But as I'm seeing, like, Kairi and Lee, I'm like, they kind of have chemistry, though. Like, so much more chemistry than Kairi and Sora, which is friggin' sad. Like, they're supposed to be the main pairing, but I feel nothing for Kairi and Sora. I'm just like, they're Tomodachis. What are you saying? KH3 ruined it for me. Yeah, I'm glad I never got into it. I mean, there's some good aspects to it. I think it has some good ideas, good music, some interesting characters and whatnot, but KH3 is just a mess. Anya, know he kidnapped her, but no, he did that in KH2, yes, but that was before, like, he reformed and stuff. He's not like that anymore. Like, do you remember the cutscenes between the two of them in KH3, Doodle? Where they were just, like, hanging out in that weird, like, outside of time forest? I was like, there's some tension here. Also, he's way older. I mean, I guess. Honestly, I don't know how old Axel is, because remember, he's, like, supposed to be a nobody, right? How old is he? I don't know. I don't know how old he is. Big beef. But, yeah. But I definitely don't feel anything between... I still think of the scene when Sora came to... At the end of Cage 2, he came to the world that never was. No! No! Don't do that. No. In Birth by Sleep. No, but there he was Lee. This is Axel. Axel is Lee's nobody. That's like saying Roxas and Sora are the same person. Though technically they are the same person, but like not. It's weird. What was I saying? I was saying something. The age difference is still there, Anya. What do you mean? I'm so confused. Because wouldn't he have just been born then? So technically he's younger than Kairi. I'm very confuzzled. I'm very confuzzled. I think I'm misunderstanding what Doodle about to throw hands, yeah. I'm very confused. But yeah. Well, because since his nobody was just made, like, wasn't it, like, proved that nobodies are basically, like, their own entity? Like, because of the whole idea that Roxas was supposed to be his own self, as opposed to just being another part of Sora, you know? So that would mean that whenever the nobody is born, like, that's when they're born. Like, honestly, the lore of Kingdom Hearts is that weird that you can't really know. Like, how do you know how old somebody is in Kingdom Hearts if they're a nobody? Like, how does that... It was still... No, but that's what I'm saying! Is that he was a teen, but then he became a nobody after that. And if that's his nobody, and his nobody was born just then isn't he a separate entity from the Lee that we saw back then? That's what I'm saying. I'm so confused. This is Kingdom Hearts lore. Is us debating about this. Debating about whether a Nobe being born makes them like... Because I think about... They obviously aged before he... Well, but no, but that's... You're missing what I'm trying to say, Doodle. So, are you saying that as soon as Roxas... Like, Roxas is born, right? And he's born as a teenager? He's a separate being, but he's born as a teenager. Is that what you're saying about Roxas? Because it reminds me about, like, for example, we were watching Young Justice, and there's Connor, Superboy, in Young Justice, and he was just born because he's a clone. And so technically, even though he looks like he's already a teenager, he's technically only 1 year old at that time.
Technically 1 year old, but he's still a teenager.
What do you mean? It's about experience, not the actual age.
Okay, first of all, it's different because Roxas didn't remember anything about Sora. Axel obviously remembered being Lee. So
that is true.
Not compare the two. I'm gonna kill you, I swear.
Hi, Doodle. I love you very much.
I can't believe you made me stop cooking dinner for this.
I mean, this is the KH lore, you know? This is what it does to people.
I don't even like Kingdom Hearts anymore, and you're making me debate Hearts lore with you.
But can we both agree that Sora and Riku should end up together?
I'm honestly, you do whatever you want. I honestly was never big in the big chipping scene.
That's totally fine. That is absolutely fine. I just the scene that always gets me about that is I was saying this earlier, but at the end of KH2, when they go to the world that never was, and this is like huge spoilers for anyone who cares, but Sora meets up with Riku and Kairi, right? But he doesn't know it's Riku yet because he looks like Ansem, aka Xehanort, not Ansem the Wise, but Xehanort Ansem. And So he looks like that, so Sora doesn't recognize him at first when they first meet. But of course he recognizes Kairi, and he's like, oh, hi, Kairi, I've missed ya. Like, he's kind of chill about it. Like, they haven't seen each other in ages. The last time he knew about her, he was kidnapped. She was kidnapped, I mean. And so, like, he's pretty chill to see, like, the love of his life after she was kidnapped and stuff, right? Like, he's just kind of like, hi, Kairi. And they like, hold hands or something. I don't remember. And then Kairi reveals Ansem here is actually Riku, but his appearance changed because he let the darkness in or whatever. And Sora just breaks. He like starts bawling. He's like, Riku! He gets on his knees and grabs onto Riku's coat, and he's like, Riku, I've looked everywhere for you. And I'm like, oh my god. you were just chill with your girlfriend, like, oh, hi, Kairi, I guess you're here. You were kidnapped, but I guess you're fine. That's okay. You see Riku, and you're like, Riku, you're okay. I've missed you. It gets me every time.
Goodness gracious. Alright, I have to finish cooking.
Okie doke. I'll see you later, Doodle. I love ya.
I'll see you in the stream.
Heck yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. It's so true. Here's, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna look for the scene.
And hello.
Hello, Rolf. How's it going?
Pretty good. I just beat Elden Ring like an hour ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it took a while.
That's actually really cool. I don't think I've ever been like a super hard game, so that's kind of neat.
I got no spoilers, the moon ending. That's probably, if you know what I'm talking about, that's good enough.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good game. I did that thing at the end where I'm like getting no progress on the final boss for hours, and then I have dinner and come back and do it in 3 tries. It's really fun. It's always how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Just take a little break and then you come back and suddenly it's easy.
Yep.
Just need to step back sometimes.
Yeah. I beat Pokemon. You also beat you know what?
Yeah, Hades definitely counts as a difficult game.
Yeah, though I guess to me, it weirdly, the reason why that game didn't immediately pop in my head was because I didn't really find Hades too difficult. Like when I was playing it, I've mentioned this before, but I do really well with games that require like instinctual luck, not just like luck as in, I mean, I also have pretty good luck in general, so luck-based stuff kind of works for me usually. But especially like if it's luck based on like the player's part, whether they hit the right button or not sometimes. And I don't mean like in rhythm game aspects, but just like as I'm playing. Basically, when I would play Hades, I would get in like a certain zone, and then I would just like bash through the levels by just like absolutely just zooming across the map. Like that's literally what I would do. Is I always would pick like the Knuckles or like the ones that basically allow you to just move really fast and still attack people. So I would like go back and forth through enemies, and so they would never touch me because I was constantly moving and I was constantly hitting them. And that's how I beat Hades. And I remember when I was talking about the game with Zach, he said it was so weird to see that I could play the game better than most streamers could when I normally suck at games. But yeah, so I guess
gotta find a method that works for you.
Yeah, I guess like Hades just, I don't know, it just works for me. Like it works for how I play games. It's one of the few that I can play and actually be good at it. But also I found the thing. I found the video.
The thing?
Yee.
I'm currently trying to decide on a deck of tarot cards too.
Ooh.
There's a surprisingly large amount of options.
You said tarot cards?
Yeah.
Oh.
I need them for D&D.
I see. Makes sense.
Yeah, so I want them to look a little, fitting for a medieval thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. Just found this website that sells nothing but tarot cards, basically.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had stuff like that, to be honest.
That's pretty neat.
Yee. Wait.
But yeah, they have like 60 pages of
Yeah.
decks. It's so hard to make a choice.
Yeah. It is.
There's some really cool ones.
Like what?
Like, let's see. I can send you one. Here in the chat. It's got like gold rimmed cards and stuff and really cool art.
Ooh, that's cool. Wait. Open
Yeah, that
up.
one is a bit expensive and sold out, so that doesn't work for me.
Oh, that looks incredible. That looks amazing. I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, tarot cards are really interesting.
Oh man, I would love to have this one, but again, like, way too expensive.
As you said, I saw the link and immediately went to ban it, but then I realized Rolf posted it. Heck yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, this one is cool too.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, I like the skull in the middle there. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nee. Yeah, I wish I knew more about tarot cards. Like, I only know some basic stuff and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know much either, to be honest, but just seems like a cool thing to have.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, you're not allowed to ban Rolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll accept my fate.
No, I'll fight.
Wait, why is this deck cheaper when you open the website than when I am open? That's
Maybe because maybe it's like because I live in the States, it's a bit cheaper.
weird.
Because sometimes, like, depending on where you live, certain things will either be cheaper or more expensive.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many times where if I want to send something to Mark, for example, like, it's gonna be a lot more expensive to send it to him or to Lulu, than it would be if I just bought it myself, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it might also be tracking how much you visit as well, because sometimes certain things will rise the price up if you're looking at it for a long time.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, because there's been times where like I'll look at like an outfit for something, and it'll slowly get more and more expensive over time, but it's only because I've been looking at it for a long time. Which is very weird.
Oh, well. You can always try deleting the cookies and then reloading or something.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's auto-generated subtitles. Never mind.
I did see there was like screenshots out for Kingdom Hearts 4, I think.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is already getting teased, which is insane because of how long it took for Kingdom Hearts 3. It took like ages, and now they're like, oh yeah, now we're doing Kingdom Hearts 4. After like taking 10 years, more than 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, it literally was, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I think, 2006. So it took literally more than 10 years, I think, right?
Wow.
2016, 17,
yeah,
18,
screenshots
19,
look
20,
like Final Fantasy, basically.
2006, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that earlier to Azure and some other peeps that, like, the art style, like, it looks like they used the same engine that they used for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is funny to me. But anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this moment, which is great.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts. Rejoice and feast on these hearts we offer. Shine your pale light on this empty realm. Share your power with all nobodies.
Wow, they really didn't try with the voice flaps, huh?
Xemnas, is Kingdom Hearts ready?
Yeah.
Very
I never
soon.
noticed that until now.
Then I can end this charade.
Indeed.
Yeah, look at that!
How I've waited to hear that.
That's so, like, not the right voice flaps. It's like, indeed, you can tell that he's saying something completely different because it's originally in Japanese.
Kyrie, you are great!
Oh?
You are different, Kyrie, but I'm just glad you're here.
You and Riku never came home, so I came looking for you.
I'm sorry.
This is real.
Wait, Ansem! I mean, Xehanort's heartless. I never
still
thought
so
for a
strange
second that
to
I'd
me
ever
to
see
this,
you
like,
again.
sort of Final Fantasy aesthetic next to
Just
Disney
thinking
characters.
about all the things you did makes me really mad. But you saved Kyrie, right? I have to be grateful for that. Thanks.
Riku, don't go!
Oh?
Kyrie, what did you just say?
Riku.
I'm no one, just a castaway from the darkness.
Sora, come here. Say something to him. Here. You'll understand. Close your eyes.
How does this work? How are we seeing, but with our eyes closed? Guess it's like, oh, you're feeling them.
Riku! It's Riku. Riku's here. I looked for you.
Come on, Sora. You've got to pull it together.
I looked everywhere for you.
I didn't want you to find me.
But it was him that was helping us, wasn't it?
Huh?
Those clues we kept finding. That must have been Riku.
I was starting to worry you guys weren't ever gonna catch on. Sora
Look at the
did
fight
pick the
flip!
brightest friends.
What do you mean by that?
Why didn't you let me know you were okay?
I told you. I didn't want to be found. Not like this. I couldn't. I fought with Ansem, with Xehanort's Heartless. When it invaded my heart and I won. But to use the power of darkness, I had to become Ansem myself.
Does that mean you can't change back?
This battle isn't over. And until it is, I still need the power of darkness.
Then, let's finish it. You're still Riku, no matter what. So how about it? Think we can handle one last rumble together? The king's waiting.
Yeah, let's get going.
He's sensing the vibes. Yeah, they really didn't try and sync any of that.
Did a vibe check on him.
Oh my gosh, I've never noticed how bad the voice flaps were. I didn't notice how bad it was. It's so bad.
Yeah, they really didn't re-render that for the,
Yeah,
the dub.
it's just so funny to see sometimes while they're talking, just no mouth movement. Sometimes when they're supposed to be talking, just
Yeah, their mouths are like so articulated as well. That just makes it even weirder.
Yeah, because it's not like in most anime where you just have like the mouth flapping, so it could
Just
be
like,
anything. It could be anything, but here it's like, because you can see them like make the different mouth movements, you know that they're saying something different than what is being said in the audio. Mickey times Riku. You know what? Doodle is right. Mickey Mouse times Riku is the ultimate ship in these games. That is, you know, people actually do ship that Doodle.
Of course they do. People ship anything.
No, but like there's a basically the reason why it ships so much is because usually while Sora's off doing stuff with Donald and Goofy, Riku is with Mickey basically most of the time. He's trying to find Riku's door to darkness. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. That is kind of the plot point.
Oh no.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. They did have yaoi hands there.
Yaoi hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts, guys.
I watched like a 2-hour plot synopsis on this series and I don't remember any of it.
I mean, it's pretty complicated. Like, the only reason I know so much is, as I said, I was a huge fan of it while I was growing up. So I knew, like, every detail about the series, like, every plot point.
Yeah.
But now I can't really say that anymore because now they've introduced a bunch of new plot points, not just in KH3, but in, like, the mobile game Union Cross and all that stuff that I haven't seen, so I don't really know everything anymore. But I did for a time. I did understand the whole plot, despite it being absolutely insane. But yeah, it's a series. It's a time.
I just know that one clip of like when Goofy gets hit with a rock and then Mickey goes like berserk. It's hilarious.
When Goofy dies. Yeah, Zach knows everything as well. But yeah, like basically Kingdom Hearts is the reason it's complicated is because people don't actually die in the Kingdom Hearts universe. When people die, they instead turn into two things. Their hearts become heartless.
Of course, logical.
Yeah, I know, right? Heartless are literally made out of hearts, and so when they become heartless, they're like these little, shadow-like creatures. And when you destroy them, when you kill them, the heart gets released. It goes, like, back to people or whatever.
Because it's like heartless and nobodies, right?
Yeah, nobodies is the other thing. That's what the body becomes. So, like, the heart becomes the heartless, the body becomes the nobody.
You'd think they do it the other way around. But...
Yeah. And
so this body without a heart is called a nobody.
Yeah.
And this heart without a body
here's
is called
the thing.
Heartless.
Here's the thing. This is what it does. This is where it starts not making sense. So the idea is like nobodies are supposed to not have hearts. Like nobodies are supposed to literally just be a husk of somebody who's lost their heart. But basically, it seems that nobodies can, like, because some nobodies become just like those weird squiggly guys or whatever. But if you have a strong enough heart, then your nobody can become like its own like entity. And it's
like
suggested.
The echo of your heart is strong enough, forms a whole person. Yeah,
the whole person gets formed, and then that whole person can kind of develop their own heart. Which I don't know how that works, but it was like canon that, like Roxas had his own heart and everything. He wasn't just a part of Sora. So that's a thing. Also, heck yeah, Azure. Heck yeah. But yeah, basically, there was like this big key war between like different like Keyblade masters like way back in the day for the Battle of Light versus Darkness. And some years back, Xehanort and his Tomodachi Ericus were like playing a chess game together, and they were talking about the Keyblade War, and Ericus is like, I believe in the light and saving the light, whereas Xehanort's like, I believe that the light is only temporary and we should go for the darkness to usher in a new age or whatever. And that's what leads them to fighting each other. And so now Xehanort has like this whole plan or whatever where there's like a bunch of him, because there has to be like 13 of him and like 7 of the Princesses of Light, so that Kingdom Hearts can be open to usher in the realm of darkness and destroy everything. Which it's still not really clear why Xehanort wants all this to happen. Like Nomura said during an interview at one point that he doesn't relate to Sora, he relates to Xehanort, and I'm like, what is there to relate to with this man? For some reason, he wants darkness to consume everything, and I don't know why. Like, he keeps...
evil.
No, but, like, the thing is, he acts like it's, something that people should get behind. Like, he literally always talks about it as if it's, like, the way things should be. Like, yeah, everything should go back to darkness. Everything goes back to darkness. We should go to darkness. And I'm like, but why? Like, there's nothing good from it. I don't understand why he's so focused on the idea of we should go to darkness. Like, I don't understand what's his obsession with it. Like, it's so weird. And then, so... all that happened, right? And that leads to, like, Birth by Sleep, where you have Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. They're, like, Tomodachis. And some crazy stuff happens, because Xehanort, like, turns against everyone and, like, kills Ericus and possesses Terra to become what people call Terranort, and leads to Ventus being put to sleep, and...
I'm gonna be
Aqua,
honest, you've lost me for a while.
like their own. It's a whole thing. As I said, I know the whole plot, but it's a time. But yeah, anyways, we shouldn't be talking about Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Terra killed Ericus, but like Xehanort. It was because of Xehanort, though, so technically Xehanort killed Ericus. So...
Damn it, Doodle. Now it's gonna be another 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my favorite part of Birth by Sleep, though, is not even any of that. It's when Terra and Aqua and Ventus end up going to Destiny Islands, and they meet little kid versions of Sora and Riku. They're so cute. They're so adorable. But anyways,
Yeah.
we should play some Hakuoki.
Yeah, while there's still time left.
Yeah, well, there's still time left that's not consumed by Kingdom Hearts. Oh boy. Heck yeah. Cage 4 hype. Yeah, hi Sufferdorf. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And heck yeah. I mean, I will say the one thing I still love about this series is just seeing how, like, crazy it keeps getting. Like, that's the main reason to keep watching, is to find out just how crazy it's gonna get from here. 369 over 71 days. Yeah, 358 over 2 days is, like, one of the best KH games, not gonna lie. Even Zach would agree with that, too. It's pretty good. It's weird to say that that one of the DS games is the best KH game, but it's true. Okay. I forgot if this is fully full screen or not. It is fully full screen. I forgot. I gotta hide the chat and bring it up on my phone. Hopefully it won't blast our eardrums. Because I just updated my computer.
Oh.
So the audio might get messed up. But let's hope for the best. Idea Factory.
Seems fine.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was pressing the button and it was not doing anything. I was like, can we please skip the opening?
Yeah, it's a little bit loud, but I think... oh wait, I can just, on my side at least, fix that.
Yeah, and also the opening, the menu music, I feel like, is always a bit on the loud side.
Yeah, it's usually the case. They played last week, or...?
No, we haven't played we didn't play last week. I skipped it because since you weren't here, I just played more Pokemon Black 2. Which has been a good time so far.
Alright.
Opening up chat. Here we go. Because I couldn't see what was going on.
where were we?
I don't remember. I just remember thinking that we're probably gonna get like a bad ending because we're still like we've missed so many like scenes with literally all the guys. Like,
Oh no.
I think we're gonna get like middle
Loneliness
ending. Yeah.
Rip.
But we'll see. Because as I said, there's like 5 chapters, and we're on chapter 3, I think. So, we're through it already, but I'm like, I know there's a bunch of scenes that we were supposed to have with people that we just haven't had. Because we've been just doing random stuff.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. Anyways, let me move my mouse away from the screen. Indeed. I always wondered, even in midsummer, Saito always wore his full uniform. Wasn't he hot? He kept his vigilant guard up while... Wait, what, Rolf? What?
I couldn't resist. Joke.
He kept his vigilant guard up while observing the city of Kyoto. We can begin with this store and do our rounds. Wait here, Yukimura. There is nothing for you to do inside. Alright, goodbye. He gave me a short nod of confirmation and stepped into the shop with his men. It's the Shinsegumi. There are rumors floating around about Ronin coming in and out of here, so I'll have to inspect your store.
Yes, sir, of course.
Oh my gosh, I do remember that! So, Rolf, some time ago, while we were in Sushi's server, he was trying to play through Kingdom Hearts, and so he played through the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 1, but then he got to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is like a card game, basically. Like, you, you fight people using cards and stuff instead of the regular, like, fighting system. And Sushi got so annoyed with, like, a certain part that he had Doodle do it for him. And then he just basically had Doodle play the rest of the game. It was good times.
Nice.
I've been waiting for Saito and his division for a few minutes when I noticed a commotion nearby. Oh god. A number of rather unpleasant-looking Ronin were making their way in my general direction, yelling, threatening, and intimidating anyone unfortunate enough to cross their path. Patriots? Hardly. Perhaps they considered themselves loyal to the imperial court, but they looked like the sort who only used their supposed patriotism as an excuse to steal and kill. I can't believe that Hakuoki is still relevant to the modern day. Dang see.
Time to cut this guy.
Yeah. The Ronin tossed a poorly aimed kick at a child playing in the store. Wow!
The fuck, dude?
Wow! Yeah, let's kill him. What should I do? Murder him! It seemed like the warriors were preoccupied with their investigation of the store. Yeah, like, honestly, I hope. Just as I was about to stop the Ronin.
Who's this?
Mmm.
A female character in an otome game?
Yep.
Unacceptable. Part Oni.
Yeah, we're part Oni, so we're part demon. Well, demon in Japanese lore, which is like a bit different than Western lore demon.
Yeah. It's usually translated as ogre.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're basically Shrek. We should track this guy.
I'm now imagining Yukimura coming in and being like, "Get out of my swamp!"
Yeah, imagine if those like 3 Oni guys also jumped in and they're just green with those shrek.
Yeah, yes, oh my gosh, what if Cosmo was just a giant green dude? He's like...
And like nobody notices that they're like that, you know?
Yeah, they just...
Why are they so strong? I don't get it.
Yeah, they just treat them like they're just regular people and are surprised when they say they're not human. They're like, why? How could it be? Oh my gosh, that would be great. I want someone to make a mod now where it's like that. All the demons look like weird ogre people. Even Yukimura. I want like someone to actually like redraw the CGs with her and the guys, where it looks like she's just like a giant Shrek. Cuddling and kissing
blue
the
Oni,
guys.
red Oni. It's time for green Oni.
Yeah, green Oni, let's go. Yeah, this girl is one of the best girls in the game. I love her.
Can we romance?
Honestly, I wish you could. I wish you could. Like, many people have talked about the fact that we should be able to romance her. Like, it's sad, but nah, she just kind of remains like our best friend throughout the game.
Oh well. We'll have to settle for that.
Yeah. The man's obviously short fuse had been lit. He made a grab for the girl and missed. I suspected his next attack wouldn't be as inaccurate. I couldn't let that happen.
End him.
Wait! Machinasai! When I had come to my senses, I noticed that I had instinctively taken action. I had positioned myself in front of the girl, protecting her. No, I don't. Flecks of spit flew from his mouth as he roared at me, and my legs suddenly felt somewhat weaker than they had a moment ago. But I was committed.
Spit has weakening properties.
Oh gosh, it's like a...
It's a neurotoxin.
It's like a debuff.
Yeah.
He used a debuff on her. He used roar. It's a Pokemon battle now.
It's a fucking Pokemon move, yeah. Quick, return with Till.
Yeah. I couldn't run now. If you truly love your country as you say, then why do you abuse women and children? A samurai should protect common people, not attack them. For a second, I was like, who are they talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's supposed to seem like a guy to other people.
Yeah.
Which is so weird, because, I don't know. Something about my speech must have struck a chord with the gathering crowd. With the cheers, my legs start to regain some of their usual steadiness. Oh, they buffed me!
Environmental modifier.
Yeah!
Bardic inspiration.
With the rough hiss of metal, the Ronin's sword left from its scabbard. Gah! I suddenly discovered I had difficulty swallowing. I could try to dodge, but if I did, he might hit the girl my actions had intended to protect. I was about to draw my sword.
EI him. No, we don't even get to kill him ourselves.
Yeah, Danksy. Huh?
Nani?
Slowly, carefully, I opened my eyes. I would say...
Why were they closed?
Yeah. And I would say that's one of the weaker aspects about this game. Like, I would say overall, Hakuoki is a really great, one of the best Otome games I've ever played, as I've stated before. with like the history aspects, the interesting characters, the in-depth story, like all of it is really well done. The one issue that's always kind of present though is the fact that so they make Chizuru a Oni, right? So she's supposed to be super powerful.
Yeah, but she
And
never
they
does
also
anything.
and they also make it so that she knows swordplay. And
Yeah.
yet she
Never fights.
she doesn't fight or anything. Like she's just like
Like she throws a teacup at someone once.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Also,
Would be
hi
nice if
Owen.
you could like fight someone once, even if it's like really tough. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad, honestly. Like I once read a fic where someone like it was like a Hakuoki fic, but with not the Hakuoki characters. It was like an AU where someone took another series and made it in the Hakuoki universe. So it followed like a similar plot, but with the characters from that other show, you know?
Okay.
And they basically like fully address that by having the main character actually be good at fighting and like fighting most of the battles and stuff. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, in this game, it's just like, you gotta be saved by the guys instead, and it's like, bleh. Bleh.
Yeah, this is kind of a trope of Ultimate games, I think.
I mean, like, it's... I get it, you know, there is, like, a certain fantasy of being, like, rescued and whatnot. Like, I can totally vibe with, you know, wanting a guy that'll protect you and, like, take care of you and stuff like that. Like, that's totally fine, but...
Yeah. But at least have, like, a couple of places. Or at least, like, allow us to start a fight and then be saved instead of just, you know. Would be nice if here we had, like, a short fight before, like, got saved by the other guy.
Or just, like, just not have it all the time. Like, show that we're capable on our own. Because, like, you could still need help even if you're a capable person, you know? Like, you can be good at things and still need moments where you're saved. Like, it should be that a person is, like, completely useless in most scenarios. But yeah, it's kind of a issue. Because here's the thing, even in other games where, like, the main character is supposed to be, like, a good fighter or something, like, it always happens that way. Like, there's another Otome game called Nightshade, where the main character is supposed to be, like, this ninja. Like, she's a ninja from, like, a powerful family and has been training all her life, and she still kind of sucks. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's a freaking ninja! What? And she still sucks. And or, like, there's another one that I actually really like this other one. It's called Collar X Malice. It's also really well done, like, has a really interesting plot, but it has the same problem as Hakuoki, where the main character often needs to be saved, despite the fact that she has had training with firearms and she's good at it. They even state that she's good at using guns, and she still needs to be saved and stuff, and I'm like, what? What do you
Unfortunately, very common in anime in general. Like, even in settings where there's, like, no reason for women to be any weaker than men, it's like, there's always a big difference.
Yeah.
It's like, why though? Like, you have these, like, super powerful characters that are, like, 1,000 times stronger than a normal person. Like, if that gap is so big, then why does the gap between, like, male and female matter, right?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I would say probably one of the only animes I can think of at the moment that kind of goes against that a bit is Jujutsu Kaisen actually has some pretty strong female characters that can stand toe-to-toe with the guys. But even with that, like, still the strongest people are still the guys.
I was about to say, you know, there are shows that have, like, strong, like, female fighters, but the strongest ones are always guys.
Yeah.
It's also they're shonen, but still, you know.
Yeah.
It would be nice if there's one show that bucked the trend.
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe soon.
I
Things are
mean,
changing a bit.
I would say it also depends on, like, the era too, because if you like, there's a lot of old shoujo shows that had like pretty strong female characters, like back in the day, like in the 90s or so. That would have like really strong girls, like Utena and Magical Knight Rayearth and a bunch of others, like had a bunch of strong characters, but I feel like it actually got worse as time went on, which is like weird to say. But
oh
well, want want. And I also want to state that I don't mean that if a person can't fight, they're not a strong character.
Yeah, they can have other strengths, of course.
But I feel like it's just always that way. Like, you never really get to see it the other way. Or, like, with some nuance to it. But, womp. You needn't worry. I used the back of my sword. Saito!
That way, his death was more painful.
Yeah. Take them to headquarters. They may be Chosu. Working quickly, Saito's men set to work binding the Ronin for transport. That could have been written a bit better.
Need the punctuation a bit.
Well, it was like some of the wording should have been changed, because it should be like working quickly and then set to work. Like, you already said they're working. Like, you should have used a different terminology there. Saito's cold eyes fell on me. Also, hi Owen, welcome to the stream. How's it going? That was reckless. Why didn't you call me? What were you going to do if they hurt you gravely? Saito is so good.
Be fine the next day.
Yeah, honestly, well, but that's the thing, they don't know. They don't know that she would heal pretty fast.
They don't know that we're a D&D character and just can fix everything by sleeping.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking, but I couldn't help myself. I mean, what if she were to get injured? A scolding from Saito was expected, but I hadn't thought that my erstwhile damsel in distress would contribute. I'm sorry I made you worry. I gave her a short, slightly confused bow, to which she blinked as if suddenly remembering something very important. She just remembered, like, oh yeah, you did kind of save me though. No. Oh, well, I didn't do anything. It was Saito and his men who made the actual arrest. Yeah. I love...
It's like 50-50 for every new character, whether they can see through it or not.
Yeah, it's great. I feel like it's a way for the writers to show whether someone is perceptive or not.
Yeah.
Like, if a person is more, like, not as perceptive, they won't notice. Like, I guess it's, you know what? To go into D&D terms, it's a perception check.
See how high their wisdom score is.
Yeah.
They have perception trained.
Yeah. What?
Nani?
Saito glanced from her to me, and an expression flashed across his face that I couldn't quite place. You can't expect to fool everyone. There's no need to worry about it. Well, I wasn't entirely sure how to respond. How does a person respond to that sort of question? She seemed to sense my confusion and gracefully moved on. Well, this is... My name is Chizuru Yukimura. It's nice to meet you. Oh snap, she recognizes the name. Her eyes grew wide as if she were surprised, and she stared intently at me. Why, yes. I was living in Edo, but I had come to Kyoto for a certain reason. She was acting a little strange, so I tried to speak to her, and she laughed and looked up.
That's the name of the person who killed my parents. And now I will kill you.
Oh, sad. You think so? Thank you. Miss Sen? Nice to meet you. A young woman who was rescued by the heroine from belligerent Ronin in Kyoto. She is also known as Osen. So just Sen then. She gave my hand a gentle squeeze and turned and left, her kimono flapping behind her. Our encounter was over before I had a chance to grasp what was even happening, and so I simply stood stunned for a moment or two. Saito was Sen walking off, and eventually he turned to me. That girl seemed to be rather curious about your last name. I know, huh? She did say it was the same as her acquaintances. Well, I guess Yukimura isn't a common name either. It seemed like Saito was concerned with her reaction to my name, and he was deep in thought. We're running behind our schedule. We should be going now. Oh, yes! So we continued on our rounds, trying to withstand the scorching heat. The heat wave ended up lasting several days. On one such day...
Who is this again?
Who is this? I don't know if we've met him. I think this is one of the new guys, isn't it?
Huh.
I think it is. No, wait. I forgot how I switch again.
Again?
Yeah, again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's this guy.
Oh, it is him.
We haven't met him yet. I think this is our first time meeting this man.
Weird that his name is already there then.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we must have met with him off screen or something.
Yeah, maybe we missed the scene.
Yeah, we missed the scene is probably what happened. Oh, it may be better to make them lukewarm. It's still quite hot today, you know? This young man is Kazue Soma. He joined the Shinsegumi just before summer began. Yeah, there it is.
Alright.
He's very serious and respectful. Kondo supposedly met him when he was in Chosu for the envoy, and he invited Soma to join us. Now he currently works as Kondo's page. I guess he grew fond of the Shinsegumi, and he was focused on learning about all that it takes to become a successful warrior. Who the heck is this? Who is this? They keep just introducing new characters that even I'm like, who the heck? All these new people? I don't know who any of you people are. But if you do that, then the tea's flavor will become lighter. I find it interesting, the sound mixing with like the different voice actors. Like some people are like really close to the mic, whereas other people are like far away.
Yeah. I think this was made during the pandemic.
Yeah. This energetic lad is Risabura Nomura. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Nomura! There he is!
Who is this?
No, I'm saying Nomura is the last name of Tetsuya Nomura, who made Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
I can't believe it's the guy who made Kingdom Hearts! He
His
also,
ancestor.
yeah, it's his ancestor. Oh shoot, we met Nomura's aunt. This is the guy. We gotta blame this guy for everything Nomura has done.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Kill him right now. Do it.
Change history.
Change history. Let's go. But yeah, Nomura, besides working on Kingdom Hearts, he works at Square, so he's worked on a lot of different Square Enix games, including a lot of the Final Fantasy games. He worked on Final Fantasy VII and other Final Fantasy titles.
Maybe spare him then.
Yeah. He also worked on The World Ends With You.
All right. He can live.
I mean, here's the thing. He worked on those titles, but he wasn't like the head writer for any of them. Whereas with Kingdom Hearts, he is the head writer. And that's where the problem lies, because he's a good artist.
So you're saying then, if we kill this guy, then those good games will become even better.
Oh snap! You're right. Nah, because the thing about Nomura is he has a very good art style. Like, I always love the way that he is able to draw characters that really signify what their character is. Like, you can tell he puts a lot of thought into the clothes they wear, how they style their hair, things like that, that really convey, like, what kind of character they are.
So he's the guy that put all the zippers on all the
Yeah, he is the guy that put all the zippers. But in terms of writing, he should really leave the writing to other people. He can't write. But yeah.
Well, let's talk to his great-great-great-grandpa.
Yeah, he joined the Shinsengumi around the same time as Soma, and because of their closeness and age, Nomura became Kondo's page in training. For him, he was a huge fan of the Shinsengumi, and he joined them because of it. That left to me to make sure that I teach them about all the duties and responsibilities that go into becoming a page, which was harder than I thought. The tea doesn't have to be room temperature, just a little cooler to offset the hot weather. So first prepare some warm water rather than boiling hot, then try brewing it. That way it doesn't dilute the tea's flavor.
Or you can just leave it out for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but then the tea's flavor will kind of be lost a little bit too if you let it cool down. The idea of doing it the way that she's suggesting is so that it's just brewed, but it's also not hot. So you get the best of both worlds with that, where the tea is still fresh, but it's not hot.
Okay.
Thanks. Well, as for the tea, I'll pour some and take it to them, so you two...
Overly enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Go outside and practice 1,000 swings. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. You two are gonna do some sword training with me. 1,000 swings.
They're not as happy about that.
Can we just make more tea, please?
You know what? I bet they know that she's a girl, probably, and so they're like, oh, we want to buddy up with the girl, you know? And so they're like, oh, now we gotta hang out with the other guy. Bleh. Yeah, look, they're both upset.
What's the matter? You don't want to do it? You don't want to do it with me?
Oh, snap.
Hey, you're a newbie. Don't be shy now.
I can't believe that we live in a frat house. Actually, you know what? I can't believe it. This is basically like this century's equivalent of a frat house.
Yeah. Welcome to Sigma Gamma, bro. Well, I'll be taking them off your hands for a moment.
Oh, okay. Please take care of them. Someone gulped deeply and he looked nervous. Nomura, on the other hand, looked ready to cry as Nagakura dragged both of them off to training. He's gonna cry. I wish the two
Today
of
you're
them...
gonna strip down and then bring 3 pigs into the shogunate.
What? What's going on? I'm scared.
Just like threats or like hazing.
Oh
nonsense.
yeah, I see. I'm so glad I was never in a sorority.
Seems scary.
Yeah. I wish the two of them the best of luck. Oh yeah, now we have his record. Now it's gonna be highlighted. Now we just literally have that one last guy that we met at that one place while we were out doing research or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's some oh my gosh, here's some parched barley tea, Kondo. Supposedly, yeah. I don't know what that means.
What the hell?
Supposedly it lowers the body's temperature. Oh, I forgot this is Doodle.
Doodle, get in here.
Yeah, Doodle, get in here. Nah, I can take Doodle's parts. Or you can take Doodle's parts. How do we want to do it?
Or I can just turn the voices back on, I guess. But...
That's too much work.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's nice that they have such detailed options, but it does make it a bit of a hassle.
Yeah. Oh, thank
I'll
you.
take Kondo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The tea you pour is always easy to drink. It's perfect, Yukimura.
Thank you. He was deep in thought, arms crossed and stern. Things were bad since Lord Iamochi's death. Who is Iamochi?
No clue.
Was it the bad guy that we all hated? Remember the long-haired guy who like was mean to Glasses Man?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe they'll explain it. I don't know. Also, heck yeah, Doodle. Stir-fry is awesome. Kondo especially was having a difficult time. Perhaps it was best if I simply left him alone. I turned and had already began to walk away when he spoke.
Matsumoto is explaining Soji right now. Examining Soji. Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
He's explaining Soji. He's explaining how such a person could exist.
I don't know. I don't see any explanations for it. It's impossible, really.
Did you know about Okita's illness? What did he say? He hasn't said anything yet. I hope it's nothing. Oh wait, no, that's you.
Oh, he hasn't said anything yet. I hope it's nothing serious. If something happened to Soji, I don't know how I'd be able to face her.
Her?
When we left for Kyoto, Mitsu, his older sister, asked me to look out for him.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no shit.
But he did, like, this is also a historical fact that he did have an older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Okita has an older sister?
He does. They lost their parents when they were children, so Mitsu was Soji's parental figure and raised him.
Ah, I see. Okita seems to have been through a lot.
Well, he's an honest man. I'm sure he didn't think he went through a lot.
Kondo, do you know Soji? Soji's like the opposite of honest. That man is never honest. He lies so often that he doesn't even know when he's lying. Like he's now gotten to the point where there are times where he'll legitimately say something and he'll be like, was that a lie or the truth? I don't even know anymore. That's how much he lies.
Wrapped up in his own web.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of knows.
Seriously, to call a twisted man like him honest, I think you would be the only person in all of Japan who would say that.
Oh, Ichikata. Almost choked on my coffee trying to say that line.
Oh, Toshi, how are you? Did you want some tea too? No, I don't need any, but... Did you hear about the notice board over by Sanjo Ohashi Bridge? Notice board. It's a board on which notices are posted. Yes, I've heard. Notice board about the Chosu's crime, right? Some assholes pulled it out and tossed it in their camo. Ah, of course, I heard about it as well.
Oh no, Azure! I love you, Azure, so much.
Azure 2 is inexplicable. But I thought they put the notice board back up the next day? They did. Same thing happened. I think they're gonna ask us to keep an eye on it pretty soon.
You know what? I think it's funny that they're playing like the tense music right now for somebody vandalizing the notice board. They vandalized the notice board.
It got torn down at night, didn't it? What do you say to using Sanan's Fury Corpse then?
That seems very extreme.
We'll sick the furries on them. The Furry Corpse. You think it's a bad idea? They work hard enough, but they tend to get a little excited.
Yeah, especially for...
furries, huh?
But yeah, especially somebody's vandalizing a sign and they're like, we're gonna send our top guys, our top bloodthirsty
send our
man.
fucking demons after them, yeah. The zombie squad. Oh yes, we'll sick the ghouls on them. There's some kid, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out to be like some 10-year-old who's like coming in like decide to mess with them.
Get like eaten in the street.
Oh no.
Whenever we give them something to do, they end up slaughtering the other side. It's not enough for them though. They go in and hack their corpses to bits. Most of the time they're not even recognizable. Maybe they're doing it to try and hide the Shinsengumi's hand, but they're going too far. We're not just a pack of murderers. I told them to knock it off, but they won't listen. They just want to play with their corpses.
Yeah.
They keep this up, and we'll know better than those night cutters.
I felt a shiver snake down my spine as he spoke. Even after a year, I remembered with terrifying clarity what I'd seen when I first arrived in Kyoto, the furries. They behaved as if possessed by evil spirits, their swords mercilessly hacking away at dead men. It hadn't been hatred or fear that drove them, but some sort of twisted amusement. I didn't think I'd ever forget the half-mad smiles each had worn.
I've got a few other ideas. Ah, good. I'll leave the details to you then, Toshi.
Yeah, as Doodle pointed out, like them saying, like, we tried to tell them to cut it out, but they just won't listen. Like, Doodle being like, hey, stop murder, cut it out. Imagine if you went out...
you say, sure.
Imagine you went up to, like, Hannibal Lecter and been like, can you please stop? And he's like, oh,
Stop
okay.
That. Spray a water bottle.
Yeah, you just spray some... Stop it. Oh my gosh.
Yes, have you heard about Lord Yoshinobu? Oh my god. Hitotsubashi, the old guardian of the shogun?
Born into the Mito Tokugawa clan, he was adopted in the Hitotsubashi house to increase his chances to be 15th shogun. He held the position of guardian prior to becoming shogun. Oh wow, thanks for the tidbit. Thanks once again for the tidbit, yeah. A position created during the Bakumatsu period to assist whoever held the office of shogun.
I think we should stop reading these.
Though I guess at the same time, as I said, like, since this
It
did
is
come out of
historical,
Japan,
yeah.
like, it is historical. Probably anyone in Japan would know, like, the whole story, because I bet it's probably
It gets some,
required.
like, first grade history.
Yeah, it's probably, like, first grade history stuff, so everybody would already know all this, probably, anyway. So it's, like, it's not really spoilers.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like John Wilkes Booth, the man who would later on assassinate Lincoln. It's like, oh, come on! I didn't know Lincoln was gonna get assassinated.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah. Exactly. That is basically what this is like, you should, I guess the game, like, expects you to kind of know this stuff, or if you don't, like, this is just to catch you up to speed.
Yeah. Yeah, what about him? I've heard a couple people say he's like Ieyasu reborn. I don't know about that, but I hear he's pretty sharp.
I love how they're basically, like, having a gossiping session right now. They're, like, you know, like the old ladies who meet up and talk about the neighborhood gossip. Like, that's basically what Hijikata and Kondo are doing right now. They're having their little, like, old lady gossip session. Before long, they started to discuss politics I didn't understand, and I politely excused myself. Goodbye. I thought back on what Hijikata had said. It was true Sanan had been acting strange, and the Fury Corps had been getting more and more violent. There was a lot on my mind, but what worried me the most was...
What was this about Sen again?
Sen is the lady we met.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's save, as usual.
why would we be worried about? Oh, right, because he's like recognized our name and stuff.
Yeah. Though at the same time, we didn't seem that worried about it. Yeah, it was mostly Saito who was like, that's weird. I honestly, I couldn't care less about the notice board. Like, I don't remember what these choices lead to, by the way, but this is my honest opinion. I think the notice board thing was dumb.
Yeah. So, furries or Sen?
If it were me picking, I would pick the furries. Because to me, it seemed like she was most worried. I would say that seemed to be what she was most worried about, you know? Just from her prior thoughts. She did seem like, why would Sen be on her mind right now? When this was what was being talked about. The nose board, who freaking cares? But I'll let you decide.
Yeah, let's go furry.
Okie doke. Oh, wrong button. Oh wow, thanks. What a choice. Just as Hijikata had predicted, the Shinsengumi received an official request to guard the notice board at the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge. As it turned out, the vandals were 8 men from the Tosa domain. Harada and his
8 guys to pull a notice off a board.
Yeah, what? Harada and his division were well prepared to capture them when they attacked at the Kamo River.
Just like slip a coin to a random urchin and have them do it.
Yeah. Harada was given a reward by the Aizu for his service, and he took the rest of the captives to Shimabara to celebrate. I had remained at the temple to eat my dinner alone, but my heart felt like a lead weight in my chest, and it chased away any appetite I might have had. What's going to happen to the Shinsengumi and the Furry Corps? Oh my god, hello?
Sup?
Almost as if on cue, the door slid open and Sanan stepped through. Oh, hello, Sanan. Can I help you?
Good evening. You didn't go to Shimabara, but with the others?
Yes, I'm not that great with drinking parties, so...
Ah, I see.
Sanan nodded in understanding, and his eyes beamed with color as he gazed at me. The cold full moon was visible, and maybe it was because of the nighttime, but Sanan's eyes possessed a tint of danger. Danan?
So, what do you think about the serum? The water of life, that is.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't you agree that the serum has had results beyond comprehension? After all, when my left arm rendered me useless, I looked to its properties for aid. And it seems all too clear to me now that it was fated for me to improve and perfect the serum. It's an unshakable truth.
I think Sanan has gone freaking insane.
Yeah, I think he's slowly going mad.
Yeah, Sanan's words slithered creepily, and I couldn't bring myself to stop staring at the floor to hide from his line of sight. His expression was so unfamiliar and nefarious, almost as if he was being possessed by something.
What's the matter? Why aren't you meeting me eye to eye? I expected you, of all people, to agree. You being the daughter of Kyoto, who brought this divine creation upon us.
I am scared. Sanan, I'm scared. Dear Sanan, I am afraid. It was obvious that Sanan was not acting as his usual self.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Oh, you know what? I think the reason why I didn't recognize this choice is because this might have been one of the new choices. Again, which is why I didn't recognize it.
I see.
Which
it would be very regrettable if you were the one to share the opinion of Dr. Matsumoto, who wants to bring the experiments to a halt.
I just remembered I have some chores that he's doing, so I'll be... Just as I was on my way out.
Hold on a minute.
I'm scared! He roughly grabbed on my wrists and yanked me. Ow! Did you hear that?
Geez.
That was like snapping
painful,
someone's neck or something. Like, what? I pulled against his grip, but he was far too strong for me to overcome. You know what? Hearing that made me, like, try and imagine what the sound person was using to replicate that noise. Like,
it's like cracking some, like, vegetables or something.
Yeah, like cracking, like, one of those, like, hard carrots. Like,
oh, hello.
Hello?
Shit, that sounded like someone patting on their belly a bunch to me, like you just smacked you around a little bit.
Hi, Doodle. I love you so much. Welcome back.
Hello, welcome back. Dinner is still cooking, but it's in the stage where I can just leave it alone now. So
Heck yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, to me it sounded like he, like, broke her neck. Like, it sounded like he, like, slit. Just,
oh,
like...
1 minute. Hold on. And then... I forgot to break your neck. Silly me.
It sounded like he just smacked her a bunch to me.
Amazing.
Been practicing to become a chiropractor.
Hi, Solon. Did you have a good walk?
Please
Did you have a good
stop.
walk?
Yeah, I had to find this.
The horrible twitching madness in his eyes was too much for me, and I screamed.
What are you grabbing her for, Sanan? That's not how you impress a lady. See? She's terrified. Oh, I got caught up in the moment and lost control. I apologize.
On the other side of his glasses, Sanan's eyes returned to normal. The glint of madness was gone. While I felt relieved, Sanan had walked off as the others were walking in. As I watched him walk off, I looked back at Okita and the men. It's good to see you back. You're a little earlier than I expected, though. I was expecting you guys to come way later. Sano's gonna be drinking till morning, if Shin has anything to say about it. I didn't think I could handle that much, so I left with this pair of sticks in the mud. It's only the three of you, then? Hee. What's the matter? Hijikata caught the eye of a lady at Sumi called Kimigiku. She sat next to him the whole night. Kimigiku? Oh yeah, she was a beauty.
Come on, was she that pretty?
She totally was. Actually, I'm a little worried Sano might not have enough to pay for her.
Jealous.
Yeah.
That's so. I'm not the one to say if a broad is hot or not. Besides, I don't swing that one.
One of Kyoto's Gegi then. She was probably just as beautiful as Heisuke said. They must have made a beautiful couple. I gazed down at myself, small, plain, and dressed like a boy. Suddenly I felt very sad.
Aw.
Yeah. Is something wrong? You look unhappy. Oh no, it's nothing. I imagine you're tired. Perhaps we should leave. You rest well, Yukimura. I will, thank you! Saito must have been looking out for me. As Heisuke began to leave my room, something brought him to an abrupt halt, and he turned to me. Hey, do you get the feeling like Sana has been acting a little more strange lately? The two were silent, restrained by mixed emotions. Eventually, they both left the room. Even the captains who were with the Shinsegumi since Edo were beginning to grow suspicious of Sanan. I wonder what's going to happen from now on. After that, the rest of the warriors who got to Shimabara returned, and they told me in great detail about the Sanjo notice board incident, but out of everything I'd heard, there was one thing in particular that caught my attention. They told me that when Harada and his men had been attacked at Sanjo Ohashi, one of them had seen someone who looked a lot like me. The strange person had tried to impede the Shinsegumi and side with the Vandals from the Tosa domain. I hadn't left the temple, of course, so even if I had been at Sanjo Ohashi, I would never have tried to get in the Shinsegumi's way. But if it wasn't me, then who? What could it mean? Did you guys guess?
Didn't we meet someone who looked like us?
Yes, we did. We met that one person Soji protected who looked like our twin.
Right.
Mm-hmm. This news only fed the anxiety that had been slowly building within me. Come on! We'll find out.
Send in the clones.
1867. December 1866. I was sweeping a section of the compounds despite being nearly frozen to the bone. Well, that should do it. I wanted to help out as much as I could, but since they still refused to let me out without an escort, there wasn't a great deal I could do. So I helped clean our home, and that felt good. Hopefully they'd like it too.
Ah, cleaning, I see. You're certainly hard at work. I'm hard at work too, if you know what I mean.
Oh no! Get out of here, Kondo! It's really gotten cold lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has indeed. I've been to Kyoto a while now. But I still can't get used to the weather.
I can't believe she's been sleepwalking, as Azure said. He rubbed his hands
Betraying
together.
her friends in her sleep.
Yeah, oh snap. Getting possessed by... She has the Millennium Puzzle and she turns into her evil self. He rubbed his hands together and blew on them in a mostly vain attempt to warm them up. I picked
Challenged the Shinsengumi to a card duel.
Yeah. He's like, it's time to duel. Picked up a bunch of dead leaves, so I was thinking about roasting potatoes later. Would you like some? They'll warm you up. Kondo gave me a little wry smile.
Roasted potatoes, huh? Wait, potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess they would have them. It's the 1800s.
Yeah.
I used to enjoy that a long time ago.
Oh.
Keep forgetting this is like not that long ago.
Yeah. I flushed with
It's
embarrassment.
like, oh, dudes with swords walking around, it must be Middle Ages. Nope.
Yeah. Kondo was a busy man. As management of the Shinsegumi was not easy, a man like that didn't have time for roasting potatoes. What? What?
No shit.
What? Can't believe it. But
Too important to roast.
it is a little weird to, like, a lot of times when we learn about history, we learn about it in like piecemeal rather than learning about how it all connects, you know? And so there's times where you learn that certain things in history happened at the same time, and you're like, what? Those things happen at the same time? That's insane. Because it's like, what do you mean that this was happening while Shakespeare was alive, or like this was happening while this was already a thing? Like, it's always kind of crazy to think about. You've been really busy lately. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Oh, right. All right, eating. I've been forgetting to do that for the last 3 days.
Big beef.
Well, if I'm busy, then that means that the Shinsengumi is needed. It's an honor.
True. In the last several weeks, Kondo and Hijikata had left the temple often to go meet with important shogunate officials. They scarcely had time to breathe, let alone relax. At that moment, almost as if my thoughts had summoned him, Hijikata appeared. He just materializes right there. He's like, hello!
There you are, Kondo. There you are, you bastard. Oh, Toshi, where were you? I was looking for you. They've chosen the next shogun. It's gonna be Lord Yasunobu Hitotsubashi. Got a long name.
Yeah.
Him, huh? Well, no one else could probably do it, so I should just buckle down and accept a position instead of making a fuss about it.
I can't believe we're here for another gossip session with the old ladies.
Yep. It's like, oh god damn it, not again. Toshi, that's not the way we should look at it, and speak of someone who's becoming a new shogun. They say the man is so wise that he is said to be an incarnate of Lord Ieyasu. Forget it. It doesn't really matter who the shogun is to us anyway. We're just here to fight for him. That's right. If we do our best, that means the shogun and the shogunate are safe and secure.
Only 20 days after Lord Hoshinobu had been officially inaugurated as the new shogun, the emperor suddenly passed away. It was especially hard on the emperor's younger sister, Kazunomiya, who had been married to the emperor's little sister, who married into the Iamochi Tokugawa household. It was intended to be a symbol of imperial unification, but everyone on both sides was shocked by his death. He was succeeded by the Imperial Prince, a young boy of only 15 years. Oh, I remember this piece of history. This is actually a piece of history I do remember. That it was like a little boy, and so then like a bunch of people tried to like puppeteer him.
Yeah.
In the turmoil, the activities of the Chosu domain went uninvestigated. The entire country of Japan found itself thrust into rapid motion. Still a better love story than, I hope it says Twilight. I hope that achievement says still a better love story than Twilight. Chapter 4.
Is that the achievement you get for like missing all of the romance flags?
I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna check real quick. Can I look at Steam while I have a game open? Oh yeah, I can. Let's see. Where do I see? Oh no, it's just you cleared chapter 3 is the achievement. Okay. And it doesn't say it. It just says still a better love story than ... But you know that they were gonna say
Everyone
still
knows.
a better love story than Twilight. Because literally a lot of these are memes. So we have Nobody Makes Me Bleed My Own Blood, Take a Page Out of My Book, New Town Who Dis, and still a better love story than ... Let's see what some other ones are. Does this mean I can go outside now? Our pets' heads are falling off.
Wait,
Just a small town boy. Soji Wiz. Saito for sore eyes. Aren't you a little short for a samurai? My little red Corvette. Out of the friend zone. Nerd. Where did you come from? reunited, and it feels so good. We get so matched to catch up on. Is that a gun in your pocket, or now that's what I call a demon volume 1. Just kiss already. George Lucas would be proud. Not just a pretty face and 15 hidden achievements. Whoever wrote these achievements is my hero. I love them.
George Lucas one where you accidentally kiss your sister without knowing it? Or...
let me see. George Lucas. No, you get all the CGs, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, frick. I mean to do that. April 1867. Also, chapter 4. We're still not on a person's route. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's gonna be the crazy cat lady route, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, Okito. Cherry blossoms have bloomed. They're magnificent. Look, the seasons changed as spring came. Kyoto was filled. Yeah. Kyoto was filled with the cherry blossoms, and the whole city took on a festive atmosphere. Surrounded by the gentle cheer of spring, my footsteps felt somehow lighter.
It's getting warmer out, and it finally looks like a nice day. So I get your Gideon stuff, but it'd be nice if you acted with a little more decency right now.
I gasped and I turned around to look at my surroundings. The townsmen were looking at me dubiously as I expressed my excitement over the weather. Okay, I'll be careful. Maybe I was spacing out because things had quieted down a bit and I let my guard down. Hey, Okita? In that narrow alleyway over there seems to be a few Ronin that saw us and stuck away.
Don't waste your energy on them. They're small potatoes.
Hold up, I need to say why this makes me laugh so much.
Okay.
So, apparently, this is a saying in some places in the States. I didn't know this until a while back, that apparently you could say, like, this is small potatoes, or they're small potatoes, or things like that. I never heard this saying before until the original Persona 5 Royal translation. There's a scene where you're talking to Goro Akechi, and one of the options you can say to him is, "This isn't small potatoes." Like, you can say it. That's like one of the options is to say that, and I lost it, and they changed it.
You're like, wait, what?
They changed it because people were laughing so much at it that they actually changed the translation so it no longer said that anymore. And so now hearing this, I'm like, oh my gosh, full circle. Small potatoes returns, let's go. It always comes back to this. I can't believe two of my favorite characters bring in the small potatoes line. Let's go. Really?
Yep, tiny little potatoes. If they were Imperial Nationalist guys, then they wouldn't have just run off like that. They'd be more confident. Guys who take off like that when we show up are almost always just some small-time punks.
I see.
But honestly, I don't think there are any Ronin left in Kyoto with the balls to start something with this.
The Shinsegumi's gotten pretty famous around Kyoto, hasn't it? That uniform stands out a lot too.
Well, could be infamous, depending on who you ask.
When the men wore their uniforms, people seemed to notice them at a first glance, which at first probably seemed like a good thing, but their uniform had become a symbol. But there was some argument among the Shinsegumi about if they should adopt a new one. Some people, such as Ito, felt that the uniform should be changed because it wasn't fashionable. Is Ito back for the Imperial territories yet?
Oh, I think so. Can't say I'd have minded if he just stayed there, though.
Aw, don't be like that. He went to go recruit some of his friends and acquaintances, right?
It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what he says, but I gotta wonder how far he really went.
Yeah. I didn't hear the details, but I heard that he went to more places than he originally planned. If he put in all that effort, then he must really care about the Shinsegumi, right? I don't know. I don't know about that guy. I think that's the guy I was thinking of earlier.
Yeah.
I hate that dude.
That's what you think?
Am I wrong?
No, not really.
He said it in a suggestive way.
Kondo's too nice. You should just kill Ito.
You know what? I'm with
The
Okita on
solution
this.
to every problem.
You really shouldn't, Okita. How could you joke about killing one of your companions?
Companion, huh?
He scoffed and fell silent. I think the word probably used there was Nakama.
Nakama.
Yeah. Ever since he had first arrived, Okita and the rest had never seemed to like Ito much. But when he said it aloud in public, it still surprised me. I glanced around to make sure no one had been paying attention.
Yeah, I'm watching One Piece, so I definitely hear that word a lot.
Yep. Oh, there in the crowd, a face I'd seen before. I stopped walking. Kaoru? The face that looks back could easily have been mine. There was no way I could have ever mistaken that face. But no sooner than when I spotted her has she disappeared, melting into the crowd. Kaoru!
I'm melting. Hey.
He made a grab for my arm, but I already moved out of his reach. I might get in trouble for it, but if I did go quickly, I'd lose her. Sorry, Okita, there's something I have to do. I caught a glimpse of his confused face as I ducked into the crowd.
How many times do I have to tell her not to run off without permission? Why can't she look at this from my point of view? And just, kill everyone.
I ran through the crowd as fast as I could, bobbing and weaving through citizens going about their business until at last I caught up to her.
It's just like it shows his point of view and it's just like the Terminator vision.
Yeah, that would be great. Like it switches over and you just see like target acquired.
It's like everyone is marked with kill except for the main characters, like don't kill for now.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like Kondo is like the only thing that's like never kill, whereas everyone else is like maybe kill. And then everyone else besides the main characters are like definitely kill. She was Kaoru, no mistake. I love her outfit. I want Kaoru's outfit. Sorry for surprising you, that is. Kaoru, do you remember me? May I ask you something?
Nope.
I gulped. I knew I had to choose my words carefully when asking her. When the Shitsugumi saw a girl who looked like me at the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge a while ago, could that have been you? Oh, I was embarrassed for asking her what seemed to be an irrelevant question, but her eyes thinned.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Could it be? If it was an autumn night and you got in the Shinsugumi's way...
Oh, huh? Wait, why is he here only? Then you and I are gonna need to have a little talk. I don't want to give away all the details, but it ends with your death.
Oh, snap.
Spoilers, I kill you.
Yeah. Ah, Okita. I hadn't realized he caught up with me so quickly. She bowed, but Okita didn't even seem to notice.
So, you're gonna answer the question? Were you there at night?
Okita wore the same half smile he always did, but his body was as tight as a bowstring, ready to have his blade in hand at a moment's notice.
雪村さんに顔が似ているというだけで私を疑うなんてひどいです。
He sadly looked down and I rushed to shake my head. Oh, of course, I understand. Sorry for asking something so rude.
So naive.
Yeah, I guess it really wasn't her. I felt
She said no, so I guess not.
Yeah.
We told her that she would die if she said yes, and she said no, so I guess she's innocent.
I felt embarrassed for even doubting her for a second, so I apologized.
Man, you're so easy. Just like that, you're going to believe her? Even if she was the culprit, what makes you think she would be like, oh, that's right, I did do it?
Yeah, as you were saying. Well...
Why did you trust her so easily? I don't know, she just had a trustworthy face, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it because she looks like you, or because she's a girl?
Probably because, as you know, Chizuru's a dummy. Which, honestly, I'm saying that as if I'm not also a dummy. I can imagine myself in real life, like somebody being like, oh yeah, I did do it, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
Well, they didn't immediately admit to it, so I guess they're...
Yeah, I guess they're fine. I didn't have an answer. Kaoru then took one step back. Kaoru. He turned and ducked away, disappearing back into the crowd. Had I done the right thing, I wondered, in covering for her? And I was pondering whether or not I should give chase again when I heard Okita begin to cough. I love the little Okita, are you okay? Okita!
Stay back!
As I stepped toward him, he threw out a hand and twisted his face upward to glare at me.
I'm fine. Just stay there, okay?
Oh no, it was the sheer force of his personality that stopped me, not just his words. For a little while, he coughed as if his lungs were going to collapse. Eventually, his coughing slowed, then began to subside.
Man.
His cough finally ended, and he wiped his sweat and looked up. Okita, is something wrong?
No, I just, swallowed a bug. Yeah.
I mean, why don't we find somewhere to rest? You don't look too well.
Oh, I was just tired. I mean, you did make me run all the way here, so it's your fault I'm dying extra. Besides, we're in the middle of a round. We have no time to rest.
But...
No buts. I'm more of a boob guy. I'm fine. Now. About the girl, Kaoru. Asking her about the thing with the notice board was important, I agree with you.
The Shinsegae arrested people responsible for removing the Sanjo Obashi notice board put up by the government.
But even, no, because of how important that is, you shouldn't have run off on your own like that. What if she had been an enemy of ours? What if she had accomplices to hidden nearby? Could you have handled it alone?
Yeah, because we're a demon. We could absolutely take them. Well...
Did you ever consider that possibility? That she planned to lure you here?
No, Okita, we're dumb. I'm sorry.
There's not that many people here. No one would notice if you screamed. It's a great spot for an ambush, I use it often myself.
You're right. She hadn't tried to attack me, but Okita was right. Next time I might not be so lucky. I could easily run into a trap.
You need to be more careful, alright? I can take care of you, but without me around, you're just a useless kid.
I gripped my fists and looked down. Sorry. I felt bad causing him extra stress, so I apologized and he sighed.
Ah, man, I'm not the type to lecture either.
Stop
being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to.
Like, he's doing it in a very backhanded way, but he does care about Chizuru.
Yeah. I've gotten pretty used to saving your ass by now. A couple more times isn't gonna mean much.
He let out a snort of laughter.
Maybe I'll even save the rest of you too.
That night.
Mostly interested in the ass.
I thought you were a boob man, though, Okita.
Yeah, but, you know, there's just not that much there for you. So.
Yeah. Big oof. Big boof. That night, after everyone else had gone to bed, I lay awake thinking about what had happened. I couldn't forget what Okita had said. A useless kid. He was right. Compared to the captains, though, even compared to the weakest Shitsugumi foot soldier, I was pathetic. I have been lying there staring at the ceiling. My actions today were no doubt reckless. I mean, if this happened a little while ago, I'm sure I would have been killed, no questions asked. The fact that I got away with just a lecture shows that they're starting to trust me a little more, but I couldn't go on like this. Tomorrow I start working harder. But no sooner had I closed my eyes.
You got shot.
What? There was a crash in the hallway outside my room. I rolled up and out of bed just as the door exploded into my room.
The fuck?
Standing in the hole was one of the Shinsegumi soldiers. Is something wrong?
Wait, this is the guy from the street that was kicking a child.
Yeah, no, it's a different guy. You see, he's wearing a different outfit.
Is he?
I think so. I think this is just like generic man sprite.
Yeah, I know, but it's still the same one. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like, oh, it's the same guy.
Why is this
I
child
can't believe.
kicker in here?
Yeah, I guess he got
kicking doors
recruited.
too?
Yeah, I called out to him despite being incredibly alert and guarded, but the soldier remained quiet. Did you need something?
Blood.
Huh? I squinted to get a clearer picture. Just then, his hair instantly turned white.
Blood. I need blood.
His eyes were ominously red, and he looked directly at me. He was one of the furries. Oh god. To top it off, he was completely mad, just like the warrior I saw that one night in Kyoto. I had to call for
Wonder's
help.
gonna save us today.
Nah, I couldn't possibly face a deranged superhuman monster on my own. I inhaled, preparing to call for help. No, I could call for help.
If only we were a superhuman monster or something.
Yeah, if I did that, I could risk jeopardizing the Shinsegumi secret about the furries. That would spell disaster for the Shinsegumi. I had to find another way.
Nightmare.
Yeah. The furry ultimately was not similarly encumbered by... oh my gosh. The furry, unfortunately, was not similarly encumbered by doubts. Ah!
And we're dead.
Yeah. His sword hissed through the air, and I felt the metal of its blade burn into the flesh of my arm. Gah! A sharp...
Because we haven't romanced anyone yet.
Yeah, this is like our ending or whatever. Nah, I think I don't know if we're gonna die here. I don't remember if there is endings where you just straight up die if you don't romance. I think there's a normal route, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. A sharp pain seared into thought from my wound. The Fury saw my blood dripping and his eyes became even more mad. I'm gonna laugh if this is how it ends for us. Blood sprang from the cut. I pressed down on it desperately with my free hand, but to no avail. The thick red liquid spilled between my fingers, fled down my arm and onto the floor. Rest in pieces, guys. The Fury became increasingly erratic, and he started licking the bloodstained sword. He began to creep toward me, his movements odd and jerky like a massive spider. Oh no. My back slammed against the wall. I'm going to die. Just when I prepared myself for death, I suddenly remembered Okito's words from earlier that day.
Yeah, stop being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to.
I love it whenever visual novels like bring stuff like this back when it happened like 2 seconds ago. It's great.
Yeah.
So good. Also, can I just point out, I love how Okita is always, like, the voice of reason in our head. When he's probably, like, one of the worst people to have as a voice of reason, but, you know.
That can be good, yeah.
But, like, this isn't the first time where he's been our voice of reason in the head. Like, it was also when Sanan transformed, too. We also remembered that he told us to, like, scream, and then we did that, and now here we are again. Okita, everyone. Someone! Help! Dariga! Tasukete! He was down on his hands and knees, licking my spilt blood off the floor. This is where I would run. This is where I would get up and run.
Yeah.
Like, he's on the ground. Yeah, he's licking the blood. I would just, like, leave. There was no samurai there. It seemed that what little humanity he had left him entirely. I used his distraction to gain into— Yes! Yeah, Chizuru! Please, I beg to any god who might be listening, let someone come.
Joke's on you. I have a bloodborne disease.
Yeah. I wonder if this will be, like, the check. Because some dating sim visual novels do have a check scene where it's like, if you're not close enough with somebody, you just die. So this could be like the check scene where the only person who would come is the one that you're closest to, and since we're not really that close to anyone, we might just die. I don't know. Because I don't remember the scene. Like, this could just be a new scene. Or it could be, like, a check that they've added in this game since it's shorter than the original game, you know? And so, because it's shorter, they needed a check, and so now we're gonna die.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll see how things go. He looked up from the floor. My sleeve was soaked in blood from the cut on my arm. His eyes locked onto it, and I saw them light up with animalistic hunger. His grin was a nightmarish thing. Well, he kicked the floor roughly and came charging at me. Well, sayonara, guys. It's been real. No! There was no doubt he was gonna kill me. I froze.
There we go. It's Hijikata.
Yeah, it's Hijikata. Oh my god.
Get down! Don't look up until I tell you to.
I heard a voice from nearby and I immediately followed the orders and ducked.
No.
The Fury seemed to be shocked to see Hijikata coming out of nowhere. The Fury spun to attack Hijikata, but the commander's sword was faster. His twisted cry reverberated from the room's walls. He writhed in agony, but his wound started to heal immediately.
Get over here, now.
Yes! As I ran to his side, I heard other footsteps pounding down the hallways. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was just somebody, like, patting the floor. Oh no! No! I didn't mean to hit! How did I turn that on?
Uh-oh.
What the frick? Okay, that's hard. That was Doodle, but you want to take the role?
Sure. Jeez, what's his voice? No clue. He's the warrior who had to drink the water of life the other day. He's too far gone. We can't let him live.
At some unspoken signal, a chorus of blades slid from their scabbards. Shin! Sano! Don't screw this up!
Who the hell do you think we are, Heisuke? If a captain can't take out a simple soldier, even if he is a furry, he'd have to resign. Assuming he wasn't dead.
They fanned quickly, circling the wounded soldier. There was no escape.
No hard feelings.
Yeah! That's awesome.
Guy getting wrecked.
Yeah. The captains all attacked at once, and the Fury was killed almost instantly. The excitement was over, so I thought. But it hadn't been the only captains who heard. But it hadn't been only the captains who heard my cry for help.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's this man! Kick him! Kill him!
Kill him too, yeah.
Yeah. Ito! Ito rubbed his still sleepy eyes, stepped into the room, and froze.
An assassin snuck in, but we killed him.
Yeah, like it would be very easy to cover this up. Like just say like, oh, someone tried to kill Chizuru and we dealt with it. Oh, nope, never mind. The Shinsegae regulations that were to be strictly obeyed.
Oh, he was sentenced to death, so...
Yeah. Ito, it's not like that. This is... I think he was looking for a reason. He was looking for a reason this whole time. Ito was fuming and screaming.
My apologies. My lack of discipline is at fault here.
Sanan! Seeing Sanan, Ito's eyes grew wide. The captains fell silent. Eventually...
I guess we can't keep it a secret any longer. Well, there's one way, but...
Yeah.
Yukimura, you step out. You can use my room for the night while we slaughter Ito in here.
Yeah. I know me being here won't do anything, but I wonder if they'll be alright. Would they be able to explain the situation enough to Ito so that he wouldn't freak out? There was so much to worry about, but Hijikata looked at me sternly.
Did you not hear me? I said get out.
Okay. I was worried, but I knew there was nothing else I could do, so I left the room. Well, we didn't die. Huh? Is it morning already? The birds chirping woke me up.
Hello.
I shot up, thrown off instantly because the ceiling was unfamiliar to me. I remember that Hijikata told me to stay at his room for the night, and at the same time, the events of last night were beginning to flood into my mind. The warrior who had gone mad, the pain of the blade slicing my arm. I touched my right arm wrapped in bandages. I couldn't feel throbbing pain anymore, so I took off my bandage to see my injury. Of course it's healed. What had been an ugly open wound the night before was now little more than a faint white line. In a few days, even that would be gone. I wouldn't need any bandages anymore, but, well, I guess it's good that the wound is gone, but if anyone sees this, I wrapped myself back up again. It'll be inconvenient to wear, but I'm going to pretend to still have this injury. I wonder what everyone is doing. I decide to head to the common room to see what's going on. I love the sound effects. Ito, Miki, and Saito and Heisuke, what are you guys doing so early in the morning? Well, it's not that bad. Huh?
You know you're muted, right, Doodle? Or...
Oh, Doodle returned. Hello, Doodle, I love ya. His mood was almost the polar opposite of the previous night. He seemed now to be in rather high spirits. Ito, has something happened?
Did they just buy him off or something?
Yeah. Yes.
We had a very fun time in your bedroom.
Oh god. What? I cocked an eyebrow at Heisuke and Saito. Yeah, I guess. The moment our eyes met, he looked away. That seemed odd. Saito? You have no need for this information just now. Unlike his companion, Saito met my gaze straight on, but his eyes were flat and utterly devoid of any emotion. It was as if he had put up a wall.
別れの挨拶にしちゃちとそっけなさすぎないか？
Yeah.
それとも実はこんなところからはさっさと出て行きたいってのが本音なのか？
Get out of here.
サブロー、余計なことは言わなくてもよろしくてよ。それでは、私たちはもう行きますわ。雪村くん、ごきげんよう。
I mean, if they're leaving, I'm fine with that. Goodbye, guys. See you later.
Well, if they are leaving, yeah, but
Goodbye, Yukimura. Later. And then they were gone, leaving me wondering what just had happened. It was these dudes. We haven't seen them in ages.
yeah. Well, this was Doodle, but Doodle's still muted.
Yeah. You want to take them then?
Yeah, the other guy on the right was already me. Well, I'll take this one as well then.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Yukimura. Are you sure it's alright for you to be up and about already?
I'm fine. I slept really well and I feel a lot better. And my wound doesn't seem to be
God,
as
I'm
deep
sorry.
as it looked.
I'm sorry. I was muted the whole time.
Yeah, I told you like 2 times.
I didn't even realize.
Oh no, Doodle. Hi, Doodle. Welcome back. We love ya.
Hi, I love you.
I hope you had a good dinner.
It was fucking delicious. I'm a
Heck
god.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Nice.
You're the best.
No, no.
And my wound doesn't seem to be as deep as it looked.
That's great. I'm sorry about what happened to you there.
It's alright. Anyways, I ran into Ito on my way here. He was acting very peculiar. Did something happen? Anyway, and Shimada looked at one another, both wearing troubled expressions.
Uh-oh.
Well, you Doodle.
Ah, so you saw them, eh?
Both Ito and Miki were behaving rather strangely, and Heisuke and Sai were acting kind of strangely too. I was starting to feel concerned looking at the two of them for an answer. After some shots, Shimada opened up.
Yeah, well, Ito and some others are leaving.
What, leave?
They're going to form a new group different from the Shinsegumi.
Is that okay?
We had a meeting this morning with the chief and Commander Hijikata. It's the Shinsenku.
Yep.
Guardians of the Imperial Tomb.
An organization that guarded the Emperor's tomb. It was formed by Kashitaro Ito after his departure from the Shinsegumi.
いかにも、この糸、同志と共にここを出て、孔明天皇の御陵絵図を拝命する所存ですわ。
I feel like he was looking for a reason to leave this whole time.
Yeah.
Parted ways with the Shinsegumi due to philosophical differences, prompting him to found the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb.
まあ、以前から考えていたことではあるのです。
Yeah, see, there it is. I knew it.
あんな場面を見せられた以
Whoop,
上、
there it is.
これ以上一緒にやっていくのは難しいと思いました。もともと私は尊王攘夷の志を持って新選組に協力していたつもりですけれど、あなたたちとはどうにも水が合わないようですし。
Just spit it out, Ito. Basically, you want to split up the Shinsengumi.
3年にもわたってこの私をたばかってらしたのはどちらでしたかしら。
If you insist, then I'll do as you ask. You must remember, however, that last night's incident is a result of orders from the shogunate. We cannot allow you to reveal this secret.
そこは取引というものですわ。あなたたちは我々に口をつぐんでいてほしいご様子ですし、私たちは黙ってここを出て行きたい。
As I said, he was just waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious that this was his plan
What
all
a
along.
piece of shit.
Yeah. Like, he's not actually that shocked by what happened. He is more just like, God, this is my chance. All those people that I gathered during that time I was away, I can just now take them and we can leave and start our own group and I'll be the head and I'll be cool.
Yeah. I'll take some of your guys with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very well. But anyone you wish to take must agree to leave.
それはもちろんです。表向きは協力関係にあるという形を取らせていただきますし、その方がお互いにとっても都合がよろしいのではないかしら。
Wait, so they're both agreeing to pretend to work together, but isn't that in a way cooperating as well?
Yeah, like what?
Cooperation. Fine. Toshi, what do you think?
I think we should kill him right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's your decision, not mine.
Yeah, if Soji were here, he would just be like, just kill him.
Yeah, Okita would definitely do it.
Yeah. Then Heisuke and
Saito.
Yeah,
oh, sorry,
that's
was
me.
that not?
He left the Shinsegumi with Kashitaro Ito to join the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. They left the Shinsegumi along with Kashitaro Ito to join the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb.
They're both your characters as well.
Yeah, goodbye, my character. See you later.
Can't believe Anya got off easy.
Yeah.
Yes, look, one of them is like one of the two that we have the most progress with.
Yeah, I know, right? We're just dead. We're doomed at this point.
Death flag triggered.
Yeah.
Luna, it's not for you.
Doodle, tell Luna I love her.
Luna? Luna, come here. Come here. Come. Where are you going? Come here.
Doesn't want to be loved.
Also, this is
Denied.
you, Doodle, by the way.
Huh?
This is you.
Yes, they're leaving with Ito. I confess I'm rather surprised. I mean, I understand Heisuke since he's known Ito for some time, but I was not expecting it from Saito. I thought he was in it deep for you.
Yeah, no. Then what?
Thought he was a little simp.
Yeah. Then would that mean I can never see them again?
Don't worry. Remember what I said? We're going to keep relations amicable between our two organizations. Wait, yeah.
Kondo.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
It was
No,
kind
it's
of...
probably-
It was kind of him to try and comfort me, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was going to befall the Shinsegumi and its members.
You aren't going to let the men interact with the guard, though, right?
Shorthand for the Guardians of the Imperial 2. Yep, we know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Of course not. He gets to leave, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let him get away with whatever he wants.
But is this really okay? Ito and the others leaving, I mean.
Ito and his men leaving isn't a problem. It's a solution. Although I was a little surprised that Heisuke and Saito decided to go with that snake.
I would say it was more than a little. But I guess all this comes from our own faults and our inability to keep them happy. Not enough people to fuck around here.
Yeah. From there, the conversation moved to a discussion of politics that was beyond my ability to follow. And what could I have said anyway?
Why is he dumb?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Can't believe Chizuru was just me. Both dumb peeps over here. The decision had been made, and there was nothing I could have said to change it. I got up quietly and left the common room. I never thought something like this could happen. I looked up to the sky and watched the clouds form in streaks above me and then lowered my gaze. It seemed like just yesterday that we were all living our normal lives at the compounds. Then all of a sudden, we've arrived at today, helpless as our troops split amongst themselves. I couldn't wrap my head around it. However, even with all my confusion, I was especially worried about...
The soldiers, I guess?
Yeah. Why would we be worried about the guard?
Yeah,
What?
maybe that they're plotting something or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, double save as usual. So the soldiers. What about the feelings of those who were being left behind? I want to know how the people in the Shinsengumi felt about Ito and his followers leaving. Someone high-ranking, someone neutral, someone close to the people who were leaving, and someone who knows Ito. Here's the thing, I know the answer to this one. I actually remember this one.
Okay.
What's the answer then, coward?
Well, I know, so someone high-ranking is, I'm pretty sure, Hijikata. Someone neutral is Okita. Someone close to people who are leaving, I think is one of, I think it's either Harada or Shinpachi, I think. And someone who knows Ito, that's the one that I'm not sure about. I don't know who that is.
Well, Okita is the only one we have any progress with.
Yeah, so we probably should go with him just because we need to at least hope that we can get some kind of ending. Yeah, so we'll go someone neutral. If I wanted a fair assessment, I need to talk to a neutral party. At my best guess, that would mean Okita. He was close to Kondo and Hijikata, of course, but he seemed to stay largely aloof from political disputes. Perhaps he'd be able to give me a rational explanation.
Alright, I do gotta go to bed though.
Okie doke. Thanks for hanging out, Rolf. You're the best.
No problem.
Yee.
I miss Rolf.
He's
I
still
wish he hadn't left us.
I love you,
Good
Rolf.
night
Thanks for
to
hanging
both of you.
out.
Yeah, until next time.
Bye, Rolf. I love you.
See ya.
Rolf
Get
thinks
some
I'm
good-
stinky. He left me right just because I came.
You figured me out. No, it's because it's past midnight and I have more stuff to do tomorrow.
Get some good
Alright,
sleep.
see ya. Will do.
Bye, boy.
Bye, Rolf.
So we probably should stop playing this then, because I don't want to do it without Rolf here, since he's been here for everything. So let's,
yeah, that's fair.
Let's save here. Double save as usual. Double save. And but we still have like 30 minutes of the stream. So here's what I think we'll do. Okay. Let me out. Let me escape.
Let me out. Let me out.
Okay, so I'm thinking. So Doodle, I played this one RPG Maker game that I found, and Lulu actually bought for me. And Azure has seen all the way through because we played it together in Discord stream. But since I have it downloaded, I'm willing to play through at least a bit of it so that we have something to do for the rest of the stream.
Alright. I'm into it.
Heck yeah. It's a good time. It's about vampires.
I do like vampires.
Heck yeah. Like, this game, I think, is legitimately made for me. I've never played a game that's more like, this is my kind of game.
It's an Anya game.
Yeah, exactly. It's an Anya game.
The specific category of game.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, thank God, and it remembers my audio setting for this game. Okay, it's gonna show a black screen until I pull up the game, so hold up a sec.
Alright.
Okay, pulling back up the chat because now we can see that again.